think your charm can disarm and arm. He said it's hard to stop me, I'm far from Arby. Us when a bus pucks fucking hockey. Her pot of coffee when Abu Dhabi. And my dick went limp like some loppy toffee. But her body stopped me and I'm tired of talking. You want an accent? Here's a mouthful of cockney. Said you want a ring and you think that I'll drop me just for some pussy that'll bust out a box spring. All of the times that you tried to off me, the tables are turned and now the music is off beat. You wanted me back so you can kiss me softly. I'd rather jack off than a talk with some hot tea. I'm over it now, but like a walkie-talkie. I'm leaving now, bitch. Try to stop me.
Motherhood is hard, and feeling blue is one thing. But this may be something more. It could be postpartum.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Kevin, come on over here and tell him what time it is. Okay. Oh, that's nice, Kevin. All right, now get out of here. Got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint. Yeah. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, come on, man. Yo, higher than an F-16 in Walgreens. Trying to find some eye drops at the bottom of the Listerine. Well, I'm Mr. Clean when I step on the scene. But yo, how did I get here? And what does this all mean? The last thing I remember was way back in September. Johnny had a doobie, it was movie full of pleasure. But I probably didn't measure the amount I should have taken. Now I'm standing on the feeling, and this feeling got me shaking. Yo, I get the bacon with my better crocker, baby. We dishing out delectables, yeah. They tasty, so yeah, it's amazing. Now come and get this slice. And if they try to take my herb, I'll say, take my wife. But Kevin, you're not married. Oh shit, it's getting scary. I'm mixing up my history, my memories are buried. And I don't have a clue what's real or imaginary. So take heed, my children, cause this story's cautionary. Yeah, I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint, what? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Come on now. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Woo. Coffee in the joint, so, I was standing in the corner of the kitchen by myself, eyeing up the pot brownies on the top shelf. I'm thinking maybe just a nibble of doom, but I didn't eat dinner, so I gobbled down too. Oh, shit. I fucking blew it. Yo, I got to keep this conversation fluid. Yeah, too high to function. I'm feeling like a clown at a funeral luncheon. I'm a goner, man, I reached my marijuana maximum consumption. Yeah, goddamn hors d'oeuvre threw my knife for a curve. But I could be the hero that this party deserves. So I hooped and proudly sipped the last cup. Turns out it was my team's cup. Fuck, I got this feeling inside.
Can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing
The
the
point, I need a coffee in a joint. I got this feeling inside. Can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. What? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Alright. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah, what? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Alright. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. Yo, that's right. Let's check them out.
Someone in class looked at the doctor I mentioned, whom I saw in 2006. Was diagnosed with Lyme disease, chronic Lyme disease. He said I was sick as a dog with Lyme disease. I know, and when you look at, I know the history, think about it. Right, because I can remember growing up, actually, some people making comments, because we had a lot of, cats, dogs, and stuff like that. Well, the pigs they got rid of. Yeah, I was very little. I barely remember the pigs, and they had gotten rid of like the chickens and roosters before I was born, I believe. I don't remember the chickens and the roosters. But yeah, I can remember some people, and again, remember when I was younger, always getting put on the antibiotics. And
blames Maine's women for getting raped because he says they get up drunk. And Plattner bragged about having a Nazi tattoo on his chest. That's the real Graham Plattner. I'm
because they get fucked up drunk. Just keeping it real, huh? Damn. What a fucked up world. And I think to myself, what a fucked up world. I hear babies crying, getting injected with poisons. People don't seem to care. Will they ever know? Do-si-do. Yeah, they said cat scratch fever, trying to hint, and then there was a years and they'd say, okay, don't have cats when you're pregnant. And there's a reason for these things and the infections you get. Then the antibiotics that you get put on with no probiotics. Now you have another problem, don't you? And you need good drugs for that, don't you? And the doctors just don't give you what you want, so then you have to depend on these heroes on the street to serve and protect, and you don't need the police. Fucking joke, huh?
Like Goonies never say die.
Right, I remember get scratched by the dogs and I'd have these big claw marks on my legs. I can remember some people complaining about that. I know, and the bruises. I know, and Mom tried blaming it on somebody at school on the bus. I was like, that's not true. She doesn't remember right. Just another, I'm like, oh my god. You can't say anything either. Like fucking claws go in. Jesus Christ. Right? But I can remember some people making comments about that and how I was probably getting some of the infections from getting scratched by all those animals. Remember the freaking cat? That hurt. Dude, oh my gosh. The cat, Snowball, big Snowball, was sitting in my lap. That was the cat that we had taken from, we were up here actually on Sand Hill at Uncle Terry's. He died of a heroin overdose years ago. I think it was his own son that injected him too. He wanted it. He wanted the drugs. Yeah, died of an overdose. Anyways, yeah, so I mean, some people would make comments about the animals scratching and that could be causing infections and stuff. But anyways, oh yeah, right. Sorry, I got off track. The cat Snowball, yeah, he was at my Uncle Terry's yard. And I was like, whose cat is that? It was so skinny, it looked hungry. He's like, they never feed it, they don't take care of it, they leave it outside. I'm like, I opened the back door, he jumped right in the car. We took him home. I know he got real fat, but we left him there alone when we went to Santa's Village down in New Hampshire. And the freaking, he tore the place apart. We got home, the freaking curtains, everything was scratched, the couch was clawed. I know, that's why Mom made me when I got Rocky. I had to have him declawed or I couldn't have him. Yeah, he was an awesome cat, Maine Coon cat. But yeah, Snowball was pure white, that's why we called him Snowball. But anyways, this cat was sitting on my lap. Mom turns the vacuum on, latches a hold of my freaking index finger. Hurt so fucking bad and it was not letting go. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I stood up and the freaking cat was hanging from my finger and I was screaming. I ran outside and I grabbed a stick from the wood pile and I fucking beat that cat off my fucking finger. I only had to hit it a couple times. He was fine. Ran off. It was latched onto my finger. Yeah, so I gave it a couple whacks so it let go of my finger. I know. Even Mom remembers that. I was like, I was screaming. I fucking stood up. Ah! I fucking ran. Freaking cat hanging from my finger. He had gone fat by then too, huh? He was a fat cat. Yeah, Snowball and Mickey. Mickey was all black, and then we had Rocky, and we got Adrian to go with Rocky. Casper and Pussum. Remember Casper? That cat, he was all big and gray. The thing came back from the dead. I remember he was gone forever. Dad thought he was dead. And then one day we see him coming out of the woods. He was covered in burdocks. There's Casper. That is not Casper anymore. Don't go near it. Don't you fucking go near it. Anyways. Oh, but yeah, I know, the animal scratches, things like that. What started us on this? Yeah, someone looked up Bernard Raxlin. the doctor that diagnosed us with Lyme disease. And what year was it that we got diagnosed? 2006. Yeah, we were, how old were we in 2006? We were 24 years old. We are 44 now. It was 20 years ago. Yeah, so in 2017, right around COVID time, it was also right around the time we went to Canada. Yeah, it was bad, huh? When you understand what the fuck's going on, hopefully people wake up. In 2017, Dr. Bernard Raxlin, a neuropsychologist specializing in chronic Lyme disease, was actively promoting his book, Lyme Disease, Medical Myopia, and the Hidden Global Pandemic. Right, and all this once again got squashed. And if you go back in the history of this doctor to 99, when Bush was diagnosed with Lyme, and they scared him and got some goons here to get traffickers and other people to crash into the towers. They're probably on some good drugs. Autistic, who knows? Just got to get from point A to point B, and you'll have eternal damnation. But yeah, it was right around that time, 2017, Bernard Raxlin, he was trying to promote the book, Lyme disease and stuff. And if you think of the history, right, and so they ignored it, squashed it, and spiked the COVID pandemic. Pizzagate. Pedos. The psychic network was getting shut down. Ghosts, aliens, think about it. Yeah, people need to wake up. It's fucking stupid. So yeah, he was promoting his book in 2017, Lyme Disease, Medical Myopia, and the Hidden Global Pandemic. How come they don't talk about any of this stuff and they just want to cast people off as crazy kooks? It's interesting, huh? As a proponent of International Lyme and Associated Disease Society, ILADS, guidelines, he focused on treating neurocognitive complications of tick-borne illnesses. Right, I remember when we got diagnosed and people fighting about it. It doesn't exist. It's like, for crying out loud, it's a bacterial overload. Call it Madonna if you want to. Right, it's called streptococcus for a reason, right? Influenza. Mad cow disease. Bird flu. Chicken pox. I mean, they have names for a reason, right? Okay, so what doesn't exist? Okay, so it's a bacterial overload. Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm a damaged, retarded motherfucker. In other words, I know, and they were warning that my system was predisposed and my children, be careful with the vaccines. I could hear his fucking voice like a broken record in my head when they didn't listen. I remember telling the nurses, look, I was just diagnosed with Lyme disease because my oldest son, who's now 22 years old, was up for his 18-month shots. And I said, look, I was just diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, and they told me to be really careful with the vaccines, because I couldn't even finish the sentence, and this fucking hag is like fingering my face, and you wait right here. Fucking came back with another nurse, both of them needles in hand, injected him 3 needles in each leg. It was so quick, and I'm just like sitting there with him in my lap crying as they leave the room, like, what the fuck just happened? Right, within weeks. It was so sad what happened. And then all of a sudden a fireball gets thrown through the back window. Sounds like a cover up and make it look like it was a drug retaliation. Perfect. Right, so we've been dealing with this shit our whole fucking lives. It was nothing new then, it's nothing new now. So anyways. Right, so my system was predisposed from years of bacterial overload. As long as I can remember, going back to kindergarten, cat scratch fever, antibiotics, earaches, lost my hearing. I'd stop breathing in the night. I'd wake up blue, not breathing. Mom would have to put Vicks on the stove so I could breathe it in and get air. A lot of people have asked that. Why wouldn't they have brought me to the hospital? I don't know. I guess they thought they could handle it themselves, and it was all right. Got some air back. Color starts to come back. Okay. Go back to sleep on the couch, wake up with a big rat on you. That's why I liked having the cats. The cats would get the rats, you know. I remember one time I woke up and I thought I was petting my cat on my chest and it was a fucking rat. Yeah, those can give you diseases too. I know, right? I'm not kidding. No, for real. I know. I remember I screamed. I screamed and woke up the house. Oh, Dad used to take buckets and he'd line the brim of the 5-gallon bucket with peanut butter and put water in it. And so then when the rats would try to get the peanut butter, they'd fall in the bucket of water and they couldn't get back out. Then he'd throw it in the bonfire and you'd hear him squealing. Yeah, but anyways, he was trying to promote that book. Right, so the bacterial overloads for years, and they fed me raw hot dogs and a lot of pixie sticks. I was like 250 pounds by the time I was 12. It was retarded. He is described as a Lyme-literate doctor focusing on the neuropsychiatric impacts of tick-borne diseases. He is a New York-based doctor and a founding member of iLads. Right, so when you're dealing with people where you try to bring awareness to these kind of things, well, they wanted to eat the hot dogs. They liked the sugar. And then people realize they're dealing with total fucking morons telling ghost and alien stories, protecting child molesters and drug traffickers and nasty fucking sluts. And they're like, oh, okay. Next. Yeah, anyways. You can only help people that want to be helped, right? Controversy. Raxlin has faced disciplinary actions from medical boards in New York and Connecticut. So how come none of this stuff gets talked about and people spike all the fear propaganda and bullshit, you nasty fucking people? I'm just asking. Okay, so my name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine, and I have 4 children here, and my youngest 2 are in the hands of sick murderous pedophiles, and we're going to keep speaking out until the proper authorities help these fucking kids. You nasty fucking thick-headed pigs. Selfish, egotistical, narcissistical. Selfish, greedy, vain, conceited, gross, drug addicted, nasty fucking people who put dogs and drugs before people. Nothing wrong with loving dogs or drugs, but when you put them before the lives of human beings, we got a fucking problem. And you fucking cunts and slugs are done. Pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. Much love, health, and peace to everybody else.